In this video, we're going to learn how to solve story problems in which we're comparing numbers. So an example of that sounds like this. Jack made 7 block towers. Melissa made 12. How many more towers did Melissa make? I can tell this is a compare problem because it's asking me how many more, or it might ask me how many fewer or how many less. So when I'm comparing the two numbers of what these two people did, they both built towers, and I want to see how many more towers Melissa made. So I have to compare both of those numbers. I can do this a couple of different ways. One of my favorites is drawing a picture. So if I'm going to draw a picture, I have to look at what I know. I know I'm trying to figure out how many more, but I know that Jack made 7 block towers and Melissa made 12. So I'm going to draw out these towers, but since I know that they're different people and I'm comparing the two, I'm going to do something to make sure that they stand out from one another. So I'm going to make Jack's blocks look different than Melissa's blocks. As mathematicians, when we draw pictures, we know we just draw a quick picture. We're not going to make out the towers or draw lots of detail. I like to just draw circles because it's nice and fast. 5, 6, 7. So Jack is going to be in red, and then I'm going to make Melissa's in green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Notice in a compare problem when I'm drawing my picture, and really when I'm drawing any pictures to go with the story problem, I make sure that mine are nice and organized. I'm not going all over the page in a random order to draw my circles. I'm doing them in a nice line to the best of my ability and making sure that they're grouped together and not mixed up. I can clearly see that they're 2 different colors, which helps me. If I don't have 2 different colors and I just have a pencil, I could make the letters inside. So an M for Melissa, or I could make a J for Jack. So if I don't have different colors, I could label them by the letters of their name to help me distinguish between the two. Or maybe I could color Jackson and leave Melissa's open circles. So either way, I want to make sure I can tell the difference between the two. When I'm comparing, I have them all drawn out. And what I want to do is I want to see how many match up or have buddies. So I'm going to draw a line straight down to these. Notice that they line up nicely. When I drew them intentionally like that so that I could easily draw lines between the two of them. So these ones have one. I want one for Jack and one for Melissa. They can't have a partner with the same color or from the same group. So these ones all have partners or buddies, and then these ones are the ones left over. So these are Melissa's extras. This is how many more Melissa made than Jack. So I can see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Melissa made 5 extra towers. I could also do this by using an equation. If I'm trying to figure out how many more, what I like to do is I look at the bigger number. So 7 versus 12. I know that 12 is the bigger number. I can start with that. And I can subtract the smaller number. This can give me the difference, or how many more she has. So, counting backwards, I start at 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. The second strategy shows me that I got the right answer before with my picture. I have 5 left. I could also do an equation of 7 plus blank, so figure out what I need to put with 7 to get to 12. So it's kind of thinking of it as how many more towers would Jack have to build the same amount as Melissa. So I could count on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, that's 5. So 3 different ways that you could solve this problem. Great mathematicians use more than one strategy to check themselves because there's always a chance that we might miscalculate or make a mistake. And that's okay, but when we use multiple strategies, we can fix it.